dose of Dyosa. Ako po si Dyosa and I am a self-proclaimed mermaid, wanderluster, solo traveler, lover of life, and pursuer of dreams. And for today's dose, I am in the mood for something fresh and natural makeup because if you haven't noticed, for my past makeup videos, talaga namang we went all out there with bright and colorful makeup looks. So for today at least, we are going to tone it down just a little by going for something more simple and more wearable. And what better way to do that than by using one of my most favorite and most trusted local makeup brands here in the Philippines, BLK Cosmetics. And I will be showing and sharing with you some of my past and current favorites from the BLK Cosmetics makeup line. But before we move on, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, click that subscribe button, like and share my videos. And if you want to find out how BLK Cosmetics turns this into this, so just keep on watching. We can get started by prepping our skin first, and since we're doing a full face using BLK Cosmetics, I will be using one of my all-time favorite products from BLK, and that is their Wondermelon Skin-Hydrating Ultra Fine Mist, and I believe this retails at 449 pesos from the BLK Cosmetics website, and I will be using this to prep my skin. And the thing about BLK Cosmetics products in general is that you can use them for many different purposes. This Skin Hydrating Ultra Fine Mist, for example, you can use it to spray on your face to prep your skin before makeup. And also, you can use it to spray on your face after you put on your makeup to hold everything into place. So definitely a must-have if you ask me. Now we are done prepping our skin, it's time to prime, and I will be using the BLK Cosmetics Multitasking Color Stick Mattifying Primer. And if you know me really well, I love all makeup products that are mattifying because I have really oily skin, and I also like the fact that this comes in a tube container. It reminds me a lot of the old concealers that I used to use, and you know, this one, it looks very different from what's out there in the market, and I cannot wait to try this out. Now, this BLK Mattifying Primer retails at 399 pesos from BLK website, so if you're interested, make sure you check it out. And the thing about primers is that you only put them in your problem areas. In my case, I have slightly larger pores in my T-zone area, so if you see, I'm only applying the primer there. And I like the convenience of applying a primer from a tube. It's very simple and easy to apply. I mean, we are yet to see if it's mattifying, but so far, so good. I'm loving this mattifying primer from BLK. Now we are done priming our skin. It's time to put on our foundation, and I will be using one of BLK Cosmetics' latest products, and this is the Light-Proof Airy Serum Foundation, and I'm in the shade Vanilla. Now this retails at 549 pesos from the BLK website, and this foundation claims that it's BLK's lightest foundation ever. It also does color correcting and perfectly covers blemishes, so I'm very excited to try this out. Now, I usually prefer my foundation to be medium coverage, but since we're doing a fresh, natural, everyday makeup look, now this is the perfect foundation to use from BLK Cosmetics. And as you can see, this foundation comes in a very cool and modern container. You just simply twist the cap and then pump out the foundation. Now, this foundation doesn't smell like anything, it just smells like regular makeup, but let's see how it applies to the face. Now, the foundation itself, it's creamy when you pump it out, pero once you blend it on your skin, it's very sheer and light. You know, it doesn't feel like I'm wearing heavy foundation on my face. And so far, the coverage is okay. Like what I said, it's light coverage lang, perfect for every day. I was a bit worried that the color or shade Vanilla is a bit too light for me, but I feel like this is workable and manageable. We can further blend this in later. And also, I mean, for the price, you get 30 ml of foundation. So worth it naman siya if you ask me. If you're the type of girl who wears makeup every day, then, you know, might as well try this product, because BLK is not kidding when they said that this is your lightest foundation ever, because it does feel light on the skin. Make sure you put some foundation on your neck. And there we have it. This is what the foundation looks like applied on my skin. And up next, we are going to use BLK Cosmetics Life Proof Airy Concealer, and I'm in the shade Creme. Now, this retails at 349 pesos from the BLK website. And, you know, let's go ahead and try this one. It claims that it brightens the under eye area and evens out your skin tone and also highlights your skin. I'm very picky when it comes to concealer, so I'm curious to try if, you know, it works better than the other concealers that I use. So hopefully it gets the job done. Now, same with the Airy Serum Foundation. It doesn't smell like anything. Let's go ahead and put it under the eye area, forehead, and then down the bridge of my nose, then the area on my upper lip. And then using the same beauty blender that I use for foundation, we are just going to blend everything out. Nakakamiss yung feeling na magme-makeup ka before going to work or before going outside. I guess we're all still inside our homes, safely social distancing from all the chaos outside. Nakakamiss lang yung feeling. That's why part of the reason why I wanted to do an everyday fresh makeup look is because I want to feel like that again. I want to feel like I'm getting ready for work again. And at least kahit papano through these makeup videos on YouTube, I get to experience that. I get to put on makeup kahit wala naman ako pupuntahan. But talking about the Light Airy Serum Concealer from BLK. So again, I feel like this is more for women who prefers light coverage. I usually prefer my concealer to be a little bit more full coverage to really even out the color underneath my eye. Alright, I feel like the coverage of the concealer is a little bit too light for me, but I'm going for another layer of the concealer and I will be putting it underneath my eye. Putting a second layer of concealer in my under eye area for added coverage. Okay, I feel like that's better. I'm getting more coverage in my under eye area. Alright, there you have it with the concealer applied on my face. So far, I feel like this concealer is a little bit too light coverage for me. When it comes to concealer, sabi ko nga, I prefer more of a full coverage, so I had to apply another layer. But then again, it does the job of brightening and highlighting the under eye area. So those are my thoughts about this concealer. Let's go ahead and move on and apply our setting powder. Now, let's go ahead and set our foundation and concealer. And this time, I will be using the BLK Cosmetics Translucent Loose Powder in the shade Natural. And this retails at 399 pesos from the BLK website. You also get SPF 25, broad spectrum coverage, and sun protection from this product, which, you know, is highly present and visible on the other products from BLK, so that's an added plus. The loose setting powder comes with a small powder puff. I'm not usually a fan of powder puffs in containers, but for the sake of this video, let's go ahead and try using this to set my under eye area. So the shade of my setting powder is obviously darker than my foundation and concealer. So hindi ako nakapili ng lighter shade. But as far as the setting powder goes, wow, it does have a very smooth and airbrush finish. And talagang it smoothens, you know, your skin. So, I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and use my setting powder brush na to set my face. And so far, I am loving the finish of this setting powder. It gives me a very airbrush finish kasi I can feel that my skin is really smooth after applying it. The shade I picked is a bit too dark, but that's fine kasi masyadong light yung foundation and concealer natin kanina. Let's go ahead and set the under eye area. For my under area to finish baking, let's go ahead and do our eyebrows, and I will be using the BLK Cosmetics Universal Brow Stick, and this retails at 399 pesos from the BLK website. I've shown you guys how to use it before. I've used this product before and every day, so let's just go ahead and fill in our eyebrows. Now let's use the other side of the brow stick to put our eyebrow mascara. a different concealer to clean up the shape of my eyebrows, but since we're doing a full face using BLK Cosmetics, let's go back and use the Life-Proof Airy Concealer, which I've tried earlier, to clean up the shape of my eyebrows. Let's put concealer back of my hand, then using an angled brush. Okay, let's go ahead and see if BLK's concealer will get the job done in shaping and cleaning my eyebrows. Coverage-wise, I feel like the BLK Cosmetics Concealer did give shape and definition to my eyebrows. It also highlighted my brow bone area. But if you ask me if this will be my go-to concealer for shaping and cleaning up my eyebrows, not quite, but regardless, it's still a good concealer to have. Now, I have brought you guys in closer because this time we are finally going to try the BLK Cosmetics Daydream eyeshadow palette, and I believe this retails at 449 pesos from the BLK website. As you can see, the palette comes in 4 shades. 2 of them are matte powders and 2 of them have bouncy cream formulas. Now, before we put this on, let's go ahead and swatch the shades. First, this is one of the matte powders, and this is in the shade brown. The formula itself is very matte and very powdery. Then this is the next matte powder, and this is in the shade nude. Up next, let's try the bouncy cream formula, starting with the shade Latte. And then last but not the least, the bouncy cream shade, which is Shimmer Coral. Now, so far, I am loving the shades. They're perfect for every day. They're very wearable and also very pigmented. So I can see myself using this, you know, for my normal day-to-day errands. The great thing about BLK Cosmetics Daydream palette is that not only can you use them for eyeshadow, but you can also use the shades and colors for your eyebrows. So very suited and very good talaga to have in your Kikay kit. Now let's go ahead and get started with our eyeshadow look for a fresh and natural BLK Cosmetics makeup for today. And using my blending brush, I'm going to dip into the matte powder, which is a nude, and I will be using this as my transition shade. Now, you don't have to use, you know, your makeup brush for this. A lot of the BLK products, especially the eyeshadow, you can just simply use your fingers to apply them. But for the sake of this videos, I want to make sure na I blend everything in. And so far, I love the transition shade. Ang sabi ko, simple and natural lang tayo today. But we're going for it anyway. I feel like it still looks wearable if you ask me. And also, we will try to use all 4 shades in the eyeshadow palette just so I can show you guys how it performs. Alright, and this time we are going to use our fingers, and I will be dipping into the Bouncy Cream Latte, and I will be putting it on top of my eyelids. So I'm loving this bouncy cream formula. Even though we're putting it on top of powder, it doesn't affect the makeup underneath. You can easily blend it with your fingers for a more natural and more seamless eyeshadow makeup look. So perfect tong eyeshadow palette na to if you're on the go, kung nagmamadali ka going to work, or if you're going out of town. See, you don't really have to have makeup brushes to have a good makeup look. With BLK Cosmetics Daydream eyeshadow palette, you know, just use your fingers and you should be good to go. Just blend everything in. We're just gonna go back with our transition shade, that matte powder nude, and make sure that everything is blended out, para wala tayong makitang harsh lines. And then using a different finger, we're gonna dip into that Bouncy Cream Summer Coral. We're just gonna put it at the center of our eyelid para magkaroon ng little bit of shine and a little bit of highlight. So let's clean up the bake underneath the eye, and then afterwards we are going to use our last shade from the eyeshadow palette, which is the matte powder in brown. And we will be putting that in our lower lash line. And there we have it. We have used all 4 shades from the BLK Cosmetics Daydream eyeshadow palette. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that we are going for a simple, everyday, natural makeup look, but it seems like we're leaning towards a more 90s, neutral, earth-toned grunge look. But regardless, it's still for every day, and I'm just trying to show you how many ways you can use all 4 shades from the BLK Cosmetics Daydream eyeshadow palette. And then up next, we are going to use one of my all-time favorite eyeliners. This is the BLK Cosmetics Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Black. This retails at 299 pesos from the BLK Cosmetics websites. And I continue to stand by the fact that this is truly one of the best liquid eyeliners out there in the market. Putting on our eyeliner, we're going to use the BLK Cosmetics Mascara, and we will be applying mascara to our upper and lower lashes. And as you can see, we're done using the BLK Cosmetics Mascara. By the way, this retails at 349 pesos from the BLK website, and it's an okay mascara. It was able to coat my upper eyelashes and my lower eyelashes as well. The applicator size is just right, and it really allowed me to coat my lower eyelashes. So this is an okay product to have. And as you can see, I have also placed some natural looking false eyelashes because we are ready to finally complete the rest of our makeup look. And this time we will be using the BLK Cosmetics Contour Blush and Highlighter Palette, and this retails at 499 pesos from the BLK website. And as you can see guys, colors pa lang, they're very wearable, they flatter any skin tone or any skin color. So let's go ahead and try using their contour first. Then using my contour brush, let's go ahead and sculpt our cheekbones. And I also like the fact that this palette comes with a mirror because perfecto for on the go, you know, if you're doing traveling or for work or if you're in a regular commute, then you can definitely use this palette. Contour the forehead. So far, I love the shades. They're very buildable. It's not overwhelmingly pigmented agad-agad. And it's something that you can work with talaga for every day. Now, one thing that I will be doing next is to contour my nose line. And let's see if it will also give that desired contour for my nose. Contour, and as you can see, very light lang ang ating contour today. It's more subtle compared to the usual contour that I do to my face. But this time we're going to use the blush from this Contour Blush and Highlighter palette, and as you can see, it has this very pretty pink blush on it. And using our blush brush, we're just gonna put it on the apples of our cheeks. And again, very subtle lang yung color. It's something that you can build, which is good. It's not overly pigmented. Pang fresh lang. Fresh everyday wear lang. So blush looks good. I'm now ready to try the champagne colored highlighter from this palette. And using my highlighter brush, we're going to bring in the shine and putting this on our cheekbones. So I'm not usually a fan of champagne or golden colored highlighters, but for BLK, wow, this looks great. Ang lakas maka-fresh. Let's put it. Then let's also put some highlighters at tip of our nose. And also let's put highlighter din sa inner corner. Okay, so I have a confession to make because before filming this video, I had very little expectations about BLK Cosmetics Contour Blush and Highlighter Palette, but wow, this palette quickly won me over. I love the contour and I love the blush, but for me, the real star is the highlighter. Overall, the shades are very buildable and they're wearable, and I like the fact that the product contains vitamin E, which is essential for keeping your skin fresh, youthful, and radiant. And this will definitely go into my Kike kit for my usual everyday makeup look. So we are finally ready to finish off our look, and this time we'll be trying BLK Cosmetics Airy Matte Tint Lipsticks, and they each retail at 379 pesos from the BLK Cosmetics website. I bought two shades. One is in Muse and one is in Bare Nude. And fun fact lang about BLK Cosmetics, one of the very first products ever I bought from BLK are their liquid lipsticks. and I super love their formula. They're long-lasting and transfer-proof, and I've worn BLK Cosmetics, during my solo travels and even every day at work, and I cannot wait to try their Airy Matte Tint Lipstick formula. So I'm just gonna quickly line my lips and I will be right back. As you can see, my lips are now lined, and I'm going to try the shade Bare Nude simply because it goes well with our fresh, natural, everyday makeup look theme for our BLK video. Okay, so I love this new BLK Cosmetics Airy Matte Tint Lipsticks. There's just so many things to love about it. First, the doe foot applicator really allows for easy application on top of your lips. And as what you saw earlier, one dip lang and it was able to cover my entire lip area. So sobrang sulit yung product for its price. I also love the scent and the taste of it. It smells and tastes like melon candy, if that makes sense. So definitely good for the senses while you're applying it. And also love the fact that BLK Cosmetics products are multi-purpose, so not only can you use these lipsticks for your lips, but you can also use them for your eyelids and also as cheek. And also I read from the BLK Cosmetics website that the formula is mask-proof, which is very good kasi a lot of people are wearing masks lately, so definitely we want our makeup to last. So I will keep using this again. Super love these products and definitely a favorite from this makeup video today. Oh, and one more thing pala before I forget, I also got this free BLK Cosmetics Daydream makeup bag. I believe it comes free when you buy all, if not most, of the makeup products from a Daydream collection. And I really like the material. It's highly durable and it's rubber-like. It also came in a different color, which is green, but I chose beige. And as you can tell, it will also hold a lot of your makeup products. So this is really perfect if you're always traveling with makeup or if you're always on the go. And there we have it. This is our finished makeup look using full face of BLK Cosmetics. And I would summarize the entire makeup experience into 2 words, and those are uncomplicated beauty, which is really the true essence of BLK Cosmetics. And as you can see, napaka-perfect lang ng makeup natin. Fresh, natural, and for everyday wear lang. So I'm really happy with the final result. Now, let's go jump right ahead to our Dyosa do's and don'ts for the BLK Cosmetics line. So first, I'm going to start with my Dyosa do's. I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Life-Proof Airy Serum Foundation. For someone who likes their foundation with a light to medium coverage, I really like this foundation even though hindi siya ganun ka full coverage. It's perfect for every day. If you're just going out or doing errands, then this is the foundation for you. And not only that, but the foundation also comes in a very cool and trendy packaging and container. Very nice siya overall, and I like the coverage, and again, it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And also, it's broad spectrum, so it has SPF 35 that protects you from harmful UV rays like UVA and UVB. So overall, good product. I do recommend this. Another Dyosa do for me is the BLK Cosmetics Airy Matte Tint Lipstick. And I think, BLK, when it comes to lipsticks, they're the best in the game. One of the very first BLK products that I bought are their BLK liquid lipsticks, and I really like them. They're long wearing. I've used them in my solo travels. I used to wear them at work, and yeah, I really like this. I also like the color. I think they really did a great job with the nude colors in this collection. And also, it doesn't feel drying on the lips. They're very easy to put on. It glides very smoothly on top of your lips. And it also tastes like a melon candy. It brings back those good, wonderful childhood memories when you put it on. So I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Airy Matte Tint Lipstick. And this one, I think I've mentioned it in my previous videos. But I do recommend, alam nyo na to guys, I do recommend the BLK Cosmetics Waterproof Liquid Liner. The fine tip really gives you more control and allows more precision for you to draw your liner, even draw a wing. So overall, it's a good eyeliner to have, and I've tried quite a lot of eyeliners in the market and nothing quite like this. So I do recommend the BLK Cosmetics Liquid Liner. And then next, thing that I do recommend is the BLK Cosmetics Daydream Eye Palette. So it's a perfect quad to have. It's very compact, very easy to use and lightweight. And I like how it gives you options to choose from matte powder eyeshadows to bouncy cream eyeshadows. So the colors are also very nice. They're very wearable. They're perfect for every day. And the only thing about it lang is medyo mahirap buksan yung container and wala siyang mirror. Regardless, it's a good product to have, so I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Daydream Eyeshadow Palette. I also do recommend the BLK Cosmetics Multitasking Color Stick Primer. You know, I never thought I'd like it, but I like how you just put your primer from a tube or a stick. It reminds me of the old concealers that I used to put on for my makeup. Yeah, very innovative. I like this a lot. And this one, I didn't think that I would like this, but I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Contour, Highlighter, and Blush Palette. This is good and perfect for makeup beginners because the colors are very buildable. So if you're not looking for something that's overwhelmingly bright or overwhelmingly colorful, then this is a good palette to have. As you can see, you know, it's very natural lang ang kanyang finish. I really didn't think that I would like this, but I love this. So I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Contour, Blush, and Highlighter Palette. And from the dews, let's move on to the BLK Cosmetic products that I really didn't quite like. First is the BLK Cosmetics Life Proof Airy Concealer. Now, usually when it comes to concealers, I prefer them full coverage so I can cover the discoloration underneath my eye. And as you can see from the makeup video earlier, I did have to put on several layers of the Airy Concealer to achieve the effect that I'm going for. But, you know, if you're the type of girl or type of woman that's really into natural looking fresh makeup, then, you know, I would suggest this Life Proof Airy Concealer. It feels light underneath the eyes. It doesn't feel heavy. So if you prefer your makeup that way, then I do recommend you getting this. But for me, I have to say that, you know, I don't recommend getting this concealer. And then another don't for me is the BLK Cosmetics Mascara. I have tried and used other more volumizing mascaras out there. I just feel that it didn't quite do the job for me for this one. So I don't recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Mascara. And last but not the least, I don't quite recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Translucent Loose Powder. Although I really like the coverage and how the finish, you know, it really has a very Photoshop finish on your skin. But the thing about it is, you know, for someone who has oily skin and who loves baking like me, I prefer my setting powder into larger containers or sifters. I'm not quite sure if the BLK Cosmetics Loose Powder comes in a bigger container, but you know, this will only last me for just a few weeks, so that's the only reason why I do not recommend getting this. But the powder itself and the product finish, it's really good. So if you like a more natural glow, then I do recommend getting the BLK Cosmetics Translucent Loose Powder. But before we wrap things up, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and share my videos, and also ring the notification bell button for more doses of Dyosa in the future. And once again, ako po uli si Dyosa na nagsasabi sa inyo na we are all mermaids in this ocean called life, so just keep on swimming.